Hey everybody, welcome back to John's Tales from the Rails. This is going to be episode 21, February 2026. In this episode, we are going to check in Grizzly Flats. We're going to talk to John LaPrince about what's going on there. We're going to talk with Tim Johnson in Car Barn 7. We'll see what's going on in the museum store with Victoria. And then we'll talk to Jeff about the VC2. And in this episode, we also have the electric trolley parade. So it's going to be a good one. Departing bookstore. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Rails. We're outside Grizzly Flats right now with John LaPrince. John, what's your title here around Grizzly Flats?
I am curator of Grizzly Flats.
Curator of Grizzly
Yes.
Flats. So is there anything new going on around Grizzly Flats?
Well, new-ish.
Okay.
We, over the past 10 months, we've managed to paint and stencil two of the Rio Grande cars that we've had on the property. When they first arrived, they were basically just sort of a blank slate, literally just wood, no lettering at all, because they'd been sitting up in Adelanto for, oh golly, about 15, 20 years, something like that. So initially was to find some other car in the Southern California area to trace the lettering for the Rio Grande, which I was able to do courtesy of a family called the Babcocks.
Oh, excellent.
And then apply the paint, and that was done by the previous curator, Paul Haar, and one of his people that worked with him, Bill Barber. I was working at Knott's at that time. So this past summer, decided to get a recipe for Sherwin-Williams paint, small advertisement, and used the same paint that they use at the Cumbres and Toltec, and the same primer. Cars got sandblasted a bit to remove whatever minor amounts of paint were there. They got painted and then brought out the lettering that had been used originally on the cars.
Did you do the lettering on this?
I did the stencils, and I did the lettering with the stencils, modified the other side. So one side on this car is, this is post-1934, when the Rio Grande had acquired both the Royal Gorge and the Moffat Tunnel. On the other side, it's just Royal Gorge.
Okay.
So it's a pre-1934 and post-1934 car, depending on where you choose to take your picture.
And who's been doing the painting on it? I've noticed all over the place there's some painting projects that's been going on.
Dana Parker has been doing amazing things with paint. He managed to paint the turntable hanging by his teeth, I think, at times, or so it appeared. Got everywhere.
Yeah, don't stand still or Dana will paint you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's also did two narrow gauge cars, one of which was their 3-foot 6-inch cars, one of which was the original car that arrived to begin the museum here in Paris. And that one is a yellow car, Los Angeles Transit Lines, and a sister car. We bought one for $15, and the other one was given to us free if we got it off the property, based on the stories I've heard. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're both painted up, one for Los Angeles Railway and one for Los Angeles Transit Lines, the successor to Los Angeles Railway. And then Dana took a hankering to the SP Wrecker, which was operational when it came here,
and the tender,
and the relief car that goes with it to cover the boom while the car is in transit, and then moved on to the Burro crane, and that's where we are at the present time. So a few cars have gotten painted in about the last 8 months or so. Amazing amounts of paint jobs.
It's changing the looks of this place.
Yeah, and to the better.
Well, thanks for taking time to talk to us, John. And we'll check up with you next month.
Sounds good. Please do.
We are in car house number 7, or car barn 7. And we're here with Tim Johnson. Tim is the foreman out here.
Yeah, I'm the diesel shop foreman. That's correct.
Diesel shop foreman.
Yeah.
And behind us is Santa Fe 5704, the bicentennial unit that we've talked about so much. So Tim, what's been going on with 5704? Anything? What's new? What have you just done?
Okay, so in November we removed the turbocharger, which was frozen.
Right.
Sent it out, and we were expecting it back in January, but actually got it back in December. So
Right.
in late December they put the turbo back on, and then there have been doing prime mover inspections to make sure that there aren't any parts that are going to fly off when we get started. Trains.
Yeah, trains. Yeah. Guess you have to expect that in a train museum.
Very good. So, okay. So, a week ago, two of our guys, John and Richard, got the batteries hooked up and got it started.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
So
Yes.
the prime mover's been started. They haven't found anything that's going to keep it from running, as
Okay.
in being in running condition.
Okay. Very good.
We took it outside today and fired it for a few minutes, and there are some things that need to be done. A few more inspections before we can let it idle for longer than a few minutes. But everything's looking really good. And once we get the mechanical part done, then the fun really begins, because we're going to have to pull all these cables for traction motors, for battery charging, for just about every electrical operation in this locomotive, because it was stripped clean by copper thieves.
Oh, that's right.
Well, fortunately, the BNSF, when they donated the locomotive to us, they also donated a complete electrical cabinet from an ST45-2.
That's the one that's alongside.
Yeah, that's the one that's alongside there, and that is providing all the components we need. It's going to be a big job. A lot of stuff is really heavy, and the confines are pretty tight. But we have some really skilled volunteers out here, and we're hoping that in the not too distant future, it's 5704 will be operating again, and we'll be able to run it up and down the rails.
I've been hearing some dates like the 4th of July, maybe.
I don't want to comment about that. I mean, we're all optimistic that that's a possibility.
Yeah, right.
But we're still not far enough along in the project to know, how that's all going to go. We haven't, attempted to do any of the heavy wiring. The traction motor cables are all gone. All the heavy cables are gone. Last year, when we got it, we did a lot of electrical restoration on the MU portion.
Right, yeah.
Because it was going to go to Chicago.
That, yeah.
So that put us way ahead as far as the electrical restoration. But now the really hard part comes in, where we got to get those big cables and pull
Yeah,
them.
so have you bought the 300 feet of cable?
Not yet. We wanted to make sure first that the locomotive prime mover was in good enough condition for it to be operational.
Okay.
Like I said, we have some very talented people out here, and we'll get it done.
Okay. Well, Tim, we appreciate you stopping and giving us your time.
Well, I appreciate all the videos you put up that promote our museum and what we do here. It's important that people know what's going on out here, and what a good job that our volunteers do.
Yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic job. And
Yes,
one last
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to get involved with working out here, how would we do that?
Come on down to Car Barn 7. I'm typically here the second and fourth Saturday of the month. If you come down on any other Saturday and there's anyone here, just ask for my contact information. Again, that's Tim Johnson. They'll give you my phone number. Just reach out to me, and I'll get you on the mailing list and get you some training aids. And we'll ask you to come down and get your hands dirty with us.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
Hey, everybody. We're now here in the museum store at the Southern California Railway Museum. This is Victoria. Victoria, what about our upcoming special events?
Hi, we have a lot of special events coming up. We're heading into our really busy season. March and April, we're just back to back of events. So we're going to start off the first weekend in March as our Dinosaur Express. I think this is our 4th or 5th year putting that on.
Yep,
We have
sounds
Buddy,
about right.
Buddy from PBS Kids comes out, and we have special dance parties with him, meet and greets, and other fun activities. And then we have partners throughout the Inland Empire who put on activities that are based around STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So really great for those kids who are at grade school, like to have hands-on activities, get to learn a lot about stuff about the community to other, things you could bring your kids to. And then this year we're going to have Lego come out and
Oh, very cool.
Right? I know, big favorite. I love Lego stuff. So we're gonna have a couple master builders doing a competition, and then there'll be some other Lego themed activities for the kids as well. So that's March 7th and 8th.
Awesome. Okay.
Right? I really like that event. That's really fun.
And do you have any new merch that you want to show off?
Oh yeah, definitely. So today was our parade, our electric
trolley parade. Yep.
And I have a personal favorite of Pacific Electric stuff. So I wanted to show off some of the cool Pacific Electric themed. This one is PE 1001, which was one of the first pieces of equipment that the museum got. So that's a favorite of mine. And then these two, just
that's my favorite. I wear one of those every day.
All the time.
Yep.
You've probably bought a couple of them from me by now.
Probably an entire order.
Yeah, right? And then this is just a PE patch to put on anything you need, shirts, backpacks, just patch collection. I really like that. And then this one is just a personal favorite of mine. It's a miniature little backpack. You can has a little carabiner included. So this is really great for kids or just that fun little gifts that you don't know what to get someone. It's a great size and it's cute. I have a trolley on it, wig wags, crossing signal signs, really fun stuff, really cute design. Personal favorite of mine.
That is neat. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's our update from the bookstore. Thanks, Victoria. Thanks for talking
John.
to us. So today we have the trolley parade going on. And what that is we bring out as many streetcars as we can from the Los Angeles Railway and the Pacific Electric Collection. And we stage them around the loop. The car pulls up to the park. Car stops. One of our announcers does about a 30 to 60 second talk about the car, and then the car closes its doors and drives off. So behind me right now are cars from the Los Angeles Railway Collection. We've got the Descanso funeral car, which you can't see in the frame here. We've got the tower car, the 2601, which is still under construction. We've got a PCC number 3001, the one that was christened by Shirley Temple on the steps of City Hall in Los Angeles in 1937. And then we've got our workhorse down there, Los Angeles Railway number 1201. So stick with the website at socalrailway.org, and you can check out when the next time we're going to be doing this. Hey everybody, now we are in Car House 4 with Jeff. And Jeff, what is your title here?
I'm the steam crew foreman.
Steam crew foreman. And this is VC2, Ventura County number 2. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, Ventura County number 2, built in 1922 for the Cascade Timber Company. It was moved to Ventura County in the 1940s, where it worked Port Hueneme until we acquired it. Well, it was removed from service in 1959. Did a few fan trips, and we acquired it in 72. It's been running off and on out here since 77 or 78.
Okay, and it's been about a year since we've done an update on this locomotive. What's happened in the last year since it's been shut down for its inspection?
Yeah, so we've been making progress on various elements of our 1472 service day inspection. The primary purpose of the 1472 is to refresh the boiler calculations to verify that the boiler is safe and suitable for service. We've determined that there are some portions of the firebox that are below allowable minimum thickness, and we'll have to do repairs on the firebox.
Okay, is that what all these numbers I see written all over the side?
Yeah, all over the side.
Okay.
There are the thickness numbers that we've measured using ultrasonic thickness. And on the outside, we measure on a 1 square foot grid. On the inside, we measure on a 4-inch by 4-inch grid. So inside the firebox, there are over 1,000 measurement locations,
Okay,
and each one of those measurement locations is the average of 4 measurements. So we've spent dozens, maybe hundreds of hours performing thickness measurements so that we can perform calculations so that we can ensure we make the appropriate repairs to the boiler to be safe and serviceable for another 30 years.
Okay, and what's the latest things that you've been doing?
Yeah, in addition, we've been working on the running gear. So over the course of time, as the locomotive moves in and out of curves, the lateral motion wears. And there are these devices called hub liners, which are on the inside faces of the driving wheels. The hub liners on the number 1 axle had worn out such that there was lateral motion on the number 1 axle that had reached the condemning limit, the allowable maximum limit of lateral motion. So we had jacked up the locomotive, removed the hub liners, made new hub liners, reinstalled them, and recently we put the locomotive back on its wheels. We put in all new journal pads, and we've been working on upgrading the lubrication system to the driving box cellars so that it's easier for us to maintain the lubrication in the driving boxes.
Excellent. And how's the boiler the inside of the boiler?
Well, the inside of the boiler is as torn down as it needs to be.
Done anything? No. Okay.
Nope. The next step will be we're working with a third-party engineer to help us perform the necessary calculations to prepare our Form 4. Once we've completed those calculations, we will have discussions with both the FRA and with contractors to determine the total scope of work for the boiler work, and then we will execute on that boiler work. And once the boiler work goes off, once the boiler work is complete, we should be between about 18 months from being back in service.
All right, you just saved me from asking that question. Okay.
Yeah, so a reasonable expectation is that this would be back in service in 2028 or 2029.
Okay,
So
excellent.
about 2 or 3 years
Okay.
of work remaining.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us and give us an update. Can we check in with you next month?
Yeah, you're welcome, John. I'd be happy to.
All right, there you have it. Well, that's a wrap on episode 21, February 2026. If you'd like any more information on the museum, you can always go to socalrailway.org, and you can also check out the Facebook channel, John's Tales from the Rails on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.